think some of them were, how do you make sure that you make changes and they're reflected back, right, on that preview in a timely manner, right? That you're essentially forcing the site generator to be in this development mode, right, and accept data hot reloading, right, and getting it to be reflected on the site, and making sure that the how do you know where everything is on the page? This is not a trivial thing of understanding where each field's content is mapped to on the page, right? So I think all of that, like figuring out where things are so you can like hover over them, click on them, and then start editing, and it will edit the right thing. And that was not trivial at all. Making sure that the running, the development mode of the site generator in such a way that it can load the data fast enough that the experience will be good was also part of it. And you want to balance that with how much work is needed from the developer to make that happen. And then also that the experience on the editor's side makes sense. So I think that piece is had both like technological aspects that are really hard, and we've some of them we've patented, some of them we just like went over and are still improving to this day. So getting an experience that is very consistent, and scales well as the sites grow as well, it's very important. And that was like part of the big thing. The other piece, is like it's very important for us to keep everything not walled garden. There's no lock-in, right? We don't believe in that, right? And I think a lot of the site builders out there, right, have the proverbial like, oh, like we support developers. Like there's a box here that you can write your, little code in there, and we're gonna run it at some point, right? Or like you have some customizations, but it's limited, right? And then because we're trying to pull, and like we're trying to allow the editor to do so many things, but then we have to lock down and use our own systems, and then essentially if you stop paying the site builder, your site goes away, right? There's nothing else. um, and we, coming from a very developer based background, it was very important for us that all these things, right, all these capabilities don't come with a chain around them, right, that ties you to Stackbit. So with Stackbit, you own the repo, you own the content, you can make any changes that you want, you can go in the code and make any changes that you want, you can stop using Stackbit at any time, your site is still live, you can edit any way you choose, right? If you're hot on editing your markdown file directly in GitHub, then by all means, right? Some people find that more effective in some situations. Totally fine. So I think that was also like a big challenge. Like, how do we make sure that like we provide all this functionality while maintaining our core beliefs that things should be open and you should own everything and should be able to customize things beyond what we've thought about. What we're offering out of the box is customizations, but go ahead and do whatever you want.